Hi everybody, welcome to Mellow in Japan. I'm Mellow and tonight is episode 9 of Riding with Mellow. Today is the February 20th, 2019, and we have the super moon. So it's gonna be my first trip, first recording doing at night. So I'll try to show you guys how it's to drive at night in Japan. Short trip is gonna be from Osaka to Yokkaichi, a little over 100 kilometers, a little over 60 miles, maybe 70 miles. Short trip, but it's gonna be nice. I'm gonna show you some different roads, and I hope you guys enjoy this new video. So buckle up and let's go for a ride. As you may know, it is still 1 month until winter ends in Japan. So Osaka is center Japan, so you don't have a lot of snow here. This area you're going, you get some snow there, but not tonight. Starting to clear up, so I hope you guys can have a nice view of the supermoon tonight. This area is called Suita. Is north Hatakeda, north of Osaka. We're just leaving the main distribution center, and the highway is right there. It's only a few yards from the exit. Very nice, and the place we're going is also very close to the highway, which is so beautiful. This is my favorite trip actually. Easy in, easy out. We're going to this Meishin Expressway. Meishin Chugoku. Meishin. Meishin, it means the route from Kobe to Nagoya. We're going to this area is called Kansai, Central Japan. I mean Nishi Japan, like East Japan. And you're going to Central Japan, an area called Chubu area. We're going very close to Nagoya, maybe 50 kilometers before Nagoya. So it's the shortest trip I do normally. And let's head to Kyoto. This is the entrance ramp for the highway. As you can see, it's always full of curves. And let's roll. That's called an acceleration lane for a reason. So this is the Meishin Kosokodoro. If you follow this route to Nagoya, it becomes Tomei Kosoko. Tomei is the route from Nagoya to Tokyo. Right now we are about maybe 300 miles, 500 kilometers to Tokyo. Very close. But it still takes about 6 hours to get to Tokyo if you just follow this route. That's my distance sensor, too close to the car, so it goes a little crazy. It's a beautiful night. We had a lot of rain last night, so now the weather is cleaning up. The skies are most clear. Still partly cloudy, but hopefully it'll be all nice when you get to the mountains and you guys can see the moon a little. Yeah, you can just go to the middle lane. Yeah, this highway right now is 8:30 at night and still very busy. It's a very busy highway. It starts in Ishinomiya and ends in Nagoya. Ishinomiya, Kobe area. We actually started my trip from the beginning of this road, but then I had to leave in an exit to get loaded. So now we're just continuing going to it. They do a very nice job illuminating the signs in these highways in Japan. As you can see, it's very clear to see the road signs. And that's a great job they do on these barriers around the highways. So if you live around the highway, you normally don't have a lot of noise in your house. The truck on our left is called Kuroneko. Takyubin, those three kanji over there, it means Takyubin, door to door. It's the biggest logistics company in Japan. We also work for that company, so it's very nice. These people do a great job delivering everything all around Japan, even the most remote areas. Meishin Expressway. That beep was a sensor. If you take a little longer to change shifts, shift up, it give you a little message. Also, if you're forcing the engine to shift it down, also give a message. Very nice and wide road you have here. I wish all the highways were like this one. A little after, we're gonna cross through my least favorite highway because it's so narrow, and you're gonna see it. It's not for very long, only for maybe 8 miles, but it's so narrow and it's not nice. Sometimes accidents happen there and it can be very bad. This highway now is gonna divide in two parts. So the right line is like the express and the left line is the left route, is the local. So we're just gonna keep on the local ones. Let's just go left. Hidariruto Migiruto. Hidariruto desu. We're taking the left route. We're going towards Kyoto. We're gonna pass briefly by Kyoto, and then Shiga and Mie. 1, 2. We're gonna be in 4 prefectures tonight, and that's the left route. As I said before, very nice illuminated signs they put it in the highways. You can see very clearly if you pause the video where you're going, which is very nice, I think. And that's our first tunnel. Not that many tunnels on this route today. You can see my other video, number 8, from Hiroshima to Kobe. So many tunnels. So many of them. It's unbelievable sometimes. 5 or 6 in a row, back to back, with bridges in the middle of the mountains. It's kind of insane. Such nice infrastructure these guys have. See, there's another tunnel right after this one. This one probably like a kilometer, and that one has 180 meters. Kajiwara. Kajiwara number 1 and number 2. It's gonna be a 4-kilometer tunnel after a while, before we are arriving at the place. Shimamoto town. We're still in Osaka area. Almost live in Osaka actually. Osaka prefecture. And that's the right route right there. We're gonna merge in a few. A little after. Or there's another couple tunnels and then the road's just merging in. Huge walls around this highways over there. Kyoto Junction. Left turn, left turn. Say no. That's another big transportation company. Kangaroo. Kangaroo. But yes, they say kangaroo also. I would say kind of like a turtle sometimes. Yeah, whenever you see these little fans in the top of the tunnel, normally it's a long tunnel. That's to make the air circulate. So if it's less than a kilometer, normally they don't put those in. Just give it a little wash so. I just made that shit worse. Huh. Hang in there, guys. Got a little blurry. That doesn't help much. Yeah, I think that's a little better. Sorry about the blurry, guys. Just trying to make the window a little better for you guys. I didn't realize it was so good when I started. Now you can see nice and clear again. And this is Kyoto area. As you can see, very heavy traffic, but it's doing good so far. Many cars at this time. KU. KU. Osaka. The truck is actually carrying hazmat. If you see the little sign on the left side, it means Abunai. It's dangerous, or watch out. That's the placard they use in Japanese trucks for hazmat, hazard materials. All tanks use the same little sign too. We're just passing under the bridge of the bullet train. Sadly, it's not passing today. I mean, not right now. Many times just passing and the train just flies over the highway. So cool. Not right now today, sadly. But it's a very nice experience when you're traveling and then the bullet train just passes over you. It's pretty cool. Kyoto, Kyoto desu. This is Kyoto. Kyoto is not just a city, but it's also a prefecture, like a county. Like Osaka is also a city and a prefecture. Kyoto Minami, Kyoto City. Yeah, when you take the Kosoko, the highways, the expressways like this, you pass by the city so fast. But if you just go through the city, huge cities you have in Japan. Just passing Kyoto, maybe in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes tops, just to cross the whole city on the highway. But if you go through the city, it takes an hour, if no longer. maybe even longer. Yeah. Kyoto Minami. Minami means north, the north of the city. Nagoya Otsu, this way. I'm not going to Nagoya, but almost to Nagoya tonight. Very close. There's a company actually call it toll. It's kind of funny, I think. Right there, there's a toll truck going right in front of us. Let's slow down a little. Yeah, just go, tall guy. The Blue Express. Oh, this area I think is pretty cool, the way they made the lights on the top of the walls around here. This is still Kyoto area on Meishin, Kosokodoro. At night looks so cool, I think. I really enjoy this little view. It's for a short time, but it's nice though. They should do this more often on the highways. People in Japan, they love lights. They make so many lights on the highways, on the trucks. It's kind of different than we see around other places I've been around. Especially when there's a dangerous curve, they really put a lot of lights on it. Even daytime when you're passing by, you see many lights. So it's nice to avoid accidents. I believe they do a great job in Japan, you know, on the highways, the maintenance and avoiding accidents and things like that. They do a really good job. As you can see, the highways are very steady. Even all the earthquakes we have every year, they keep it up very nicely. They charge a lot of good money for it. Probably the most expensive tolls in the world, if not the most expensive. But they use the money, you know, in a nice way, and they keep it nice. Always making new highways and exits and things like that too. I think it's pretty cool. Few more moments, we're gonna be in Shiga Prefecture. Just a little more. Alright, let's get these guys past us. Something's gonna happen in a few days. I wish I could read the signs. But it's okay, a friend of mine can read them and tells me later. Oh, look at this truck. So many lights on the wheels. It's pretty cool. That's you don't see every day. Blue lights on the wheels. And it's a trailer. Probably the guy is an owner operator. Most likely. Especially he's going over 90 kilometers an hour, so he's not a company driver for sure. Companies don't let those trucks go over the 80, 85, maybe 90. The guys are going faster. Normally they are owner operators. Kyoto Higashi. Fast east. I mean, yeah. Or west. Yeah, it's east of Kyoto. Kyoto Higashi it is. Yeah, Kyoto's a big city. It used to be Japan's capital hundreds of years ago. Nara too, but then they changed to Tokyo. Over 100 years ago, I think. It's a very old city. Probably over 1,000 years old. If you come to Japan, you really should come to Kyoto. Beautiful place. So many temples, and it's like the deepest Japanese culture you can ever experience is in Kyoto, I think. You can even rent some kimonos and drive your lady as a geisha and walk on the streets. Very popular thing to do in Kyoto. I still haven't done that yet, but when I do it, I'll make a video for you guys, show you guys how is it. And that's Shiga Prefecture. Shiga this. The sign was just behind the truck, so you couldn't see it. Maybe you've seen a little of the sign before I passed the state line, or in this case prefecture line. Otsu City. Now we're starting to get into the mountains. As you may know, Japan is over 80%, 75 or 80% of Japan is all mountains. But still, they do a great job on the highways, keeping the highways flat. You don't feel so many hills, you know. There's some hills, but not something, not crazy. Even so many mountains, you know, they do a very nice job on their engineering. Especially all these tunnels they make, so you don't have to keep going up and down hill, and it makes the highways much safer with the tunnels than making people go over the mountains. Of course, they probably spend more money doing this, but Japan is something I love about Japan. They always looking in the future, you know. They never care. They don't care as much as about the present time. When they do things, they, you know, they're expecting 30, 40 years from now. So I think it's one of the reasons this country is doing so well. They're not worried about 4 years or 8 years like most countries with a president have. They're only worried about the time they are in office. After that, somebody else's problem. In Japan, it's kind of different. They really care, you know. There's some things they're doing like, oh, it's gonna be ready in 10 years, 15 years from now, it's gonna be done. You know, I think it's one of the secrets of this country to be such a powerful nation. You know, it's not about presidents, it's about the people. Even have an emperor, of course, it's just a figure, but they really think in the future. You know, they invest in the future. It's not like the very, you know, fast. They take their time to do it, and they do it nice. I heard about some ongoing projects in Japan, like some new bullet trains that goes like very fast, as fast as an airplane, and it's gonna be done by 2040, 2035, things like that. And they're already working on it. So in 2017, they already start talking about the 2025 World Expo. They already making like starting doing things for that. So 7 years before, 6 years, 7 years before, yeah, 8 years before, they're already getting ready, you know, which is so cool. I think so many countries they do the Olympics and they just finish things a month before it starts and things like that. You know, it doesn't happen in Japan. Japan, they always look ahead. The only thing you cannot look ahead in Japan is the highways. You can only look like maybe half a mile ahead of you because there's so many curves on the mountains. But everything else, people have their eyes on years from now, not just the present time, you know. Of course, present is important, but they always look into the future and sometimes the far future, not the immediate future. Very soon we're gonna change roads. A little more, a few more minutes. We'll be getting into Shin. It's another part of this highway. Shin because it's like the new Meishin road. It's kind of like a shortcut, not really a shortcut, kind of like a bypass. In this case, this road goes like northward, and then the other one goes like central area. So for the area we're going is much closer. A little more is Shin. The highways in Japan, they don't have so many exits. Every 5. Oh, the Shinkansen is passing by over there. As you can see on the right, on the left, a little, the bullet train just passes. Sadly, there was some trucks on the front of it, but the Shinkansen actually goes next to this highway for a couple kilometers. Say no. Another kangaroo truck. They like JB Hunts in America. Everybody passes them. The slowest trucks on the highway, always these guys. And another company called it Hato, Heart. In Japanese it becomes Hato. It's kind of weird. Let's let those cars pass us. Such strong light the truck has under it. It's a little inconvenient, I think. And that's our cue to change the lines right here. After this parking area, the highway is gonna split into Meishin and Shimeishin. If you go to Nagoya by Meishin right now, it'll be 140 minutes. If you go by Shimeishin, 110 minutes. You can see on that big sign over there. The place we're going, supposedly 70 minutes away. It's called Yokkaichi. This is Kosatsu parking area. Really big one. And let's go to another line. Gambaru. It says Gambaru on the truck. Nice painting, I think. So this is the Shimeishin exit, right after Kosatsu. And you're gonna follow this road for a little while, not very much. This is Kosatsu City. We are in Shiga Prefecture. Shimeishin E1A Highway. Shimeishin Kosokodoro. As you can see the lights over there, it's a bridge, then you're gonna go over this highway. Kinda tall. And let's do this. Shift it down a little because a long curve. We're zooming down to merge. It's gonna merge right over there. There's a few signs saying about merging. There's like 10 signs just showing that you're merging the highway. Actually, yeah, let's merge. And that's Shimeishin Kosokodoro. I'll say it's there on the ground. Luckily today you're not really heavy. Out of 16 possible carts we carry, today you're only carrying 12. So I won't have many problems on going up mountains. It starts to rain for some reason. Not supposed to rain. And we are 105 kilometers from Nagoya. Konan. Very soon it's gonna be Konan City. Konan. That's Yeah, and we are in the mountains, guys. Doing very nicely because you are kinda light tonight. Always nice to drive light, lightweight, because you're going uphill, so not even losing speed going uphill, which is beautiful. Oh shit. A little light rain. Supposed to be clear and supposed to see the moon tonight, but it's not happening. Let's see if you put you guys. Yeah, the moon, guys. Can't see very much, but and this is Konzeyama Tunnel, 3,840 meters. That's over 2 miles, almost 2.5 miles. That's a long tunnel. That's similar to the size of the Holland or Lincoln tunnels in New York. And that's a Torera. Tractor trailer in Japan, we call it Torera. It has some Fukuyama license plates. I know a little kanji. I wish I knew more, but yeah, the brother, the guy stuck behind the other truck. The truck you're driving is similar to this one, pretty similar. Same size. Different axles though. Chan chan. Kuruma. Yeah, I wasn't kidding when I said it was a long tunnel. Newer highways, the tunnels are wider and has. This one even has a shoulder, 2 shoulders. Normally tunnels are really tight without shoulders. This highway, the tunnels are really nice though. If you see the other video I have, video number 8 from Hiroshima, you see the tunnels are totally different, so tight. No shoulders, you know. These are nice tunnels over here because the highway is much newer too. That one is an old road. Oh, those bridges are nice. If you can't see much. This area is very high area in the mountains though. Not very high, but you can see. You can see down there actually. If it's daytime, you know. We're getting into Coca City. Go ahead, driver. Yeah, I miss my CB radio. In America, just would say, "Hey, come over, dude. It's all yours." In Japan, people don't use CBs anymore. Only trailers and few dump trucks I see with CB radios. Regular trucks like this, haven't seen anybody touch CB radio yet. This guy gonna let me go? Yeah, he's letting me go. Another Yamato Kuroneko. Yeah, it's kinda dark here. I wish it wasn't so cloudy. It'd be much clearer to see it. Glex. Yeah, highway is doing very nice tonight. No issues. No slowing downs. Very good, very good. Shigaraki. The next exit. Nice blue lights this truck has. Not even gonna tell him to come because that truck's gonna slow him down. The secret to never have an accident when you're driving: never follow too close. If you follow a little close, make sure you can see ahead of you. Because if you're too close and you can't see much, like behind another truck, and something happens, that's how people can get killed. So always keep a safe distance. Always. You know, don't worry about it. Be 100 meters from somebody. Always keep a safe distance is the secret. One of the secrets of the road on the highways. Of course, if you're driving the city, you don't have to be this far from anybody. But if you're driving a highway, the bigger the vehicle, the longer you need to stop. So a truck this big, weighing 20 tons, 40,000 pounds, I'll need at least 450 feet to be able to stop it. 150 meters, 170 meters actually. If you're going 80 kilometers an hour, 50 miles an hour. And this is the Conan Tunnel, 2,560 meters. Almost 2 miles, mile and 3/4 or so. So I was saying, always keep your distance, you know, never follow too close. Even driving a car, never tailgate anybody, you know. Always know if you can stop, you know. Keep a safe distance to make sure you can stop if something happens. Because in the highway, anything can happen at any minute. You know. It takes a minute to lose a life sometimes, or many lives. So always keep your distance. Don't have to be this far. It's kind of far because my truck doesn't go any faster. So until I reach the guy going slower, it's gonna take a little longer. But always keep the distance. That's what I mean. I always tell everybody, you know, wanna be a safe driver. The distance, it's very important. The bigger the vehicle, the heavier the vehicle, more distance you're gonna need to stop it. So always make sure you are able to stop in a heartbeat if you need it, because we never know. Also has a hazmat truck. And there was Conan Tunnel. Conan exit. This is not the same Conan town. The guy Conan from America came to Japan to visit. This one is at a K, the other one is at a C, and the one he came to visit, it's in Tottori Prefecture. This is Shiga Prefecture. If you know about the story, you wonder if you're passing by the same area. It's a different area. Conan O'Brien went to Japan recently. It was really funny. Yeah, I should look for that on the YouTube. Conan O'Brien in Japan. Really funny story. There's a Detective Conan in Japan. It's a character in a cartoon, very famous, and many people really enjoy it. It's very famous in Japan. And Conan O'Brien found out that it shares the same name, and because it's a kid trapped in a man's body, a man's trapped in a kid's body, he related to the character, and there's a city called Conan Town because of the character. So he came to the city, he asked the mayor for money, for like $100 billion in royalties and things like that. Really funny guy. And they made a very nice publicity stunt on that one. I'll see if I find a video and upload in my channel so you guys can check it out. And I'll put a link later. I'll put a link on the description of this video so you guys can follow that story. It's really cool. I really enjoy that. Conan O'Brien is a really funny guy. Yeah, I wish it was a little lighter night tonight, but it's kind of dark. Well, just to guys to have an idea, you know, how it's to drive at night in the highway in Japan, which is not bad at all. We're keeping speed over a little 80 kilometers an hour, around speed limit, which is 80. This guy next to us probably is going like 90, not much over than that. Most trucks don't go over 80 or 85, so green line. That guy just came from Kyoto. He has some Kyoto plates. Wakayama. No. Fukuyama. Yeah, for a winter time, it's actually a nice night. It's kind of getting warmer here. Wow, that's somebody going very slow. Let's see if this guy's gonna let me pass. I hope. Yeah, he was polite. Most people in Japan are really polite. So, thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. Something different you see in Japan. People normally, car drivers, they behave like truckers when they thank you for letting them go, you know. Like you give them passage, they will blink their lights just like the trucks do. Which I think is pretty interesting. I never seen the Americans do that. Maybe very few people doing that, blinking the lights for thanking people when they let them go, you know, like for cars. Truckers, of course. Most truckers are polite to each other. So they help each other and they are always thankful. But car drivers in Japan, they behave the same way, likewise. So I think it's pretty cool. I got a little impressed when I seen that when I came to Japan. Even on driving on the city, like let somebody come out a driveway and just let the people go after in front of you, they will normally thank you. They will wave and always blink their lights, their hazard lights, a couple times as a thank you, which is pretty cool. What I haven't seen the trucks in Japan yet, and in America is very popular. Truckers normally they blink their lights, but not the hazard lights. They blink like the top lights or the middle lights in the trailer, things like that. And that I haven't seen in Japan yet. Normally people just blink their lights, regular hazard lights, you know. I haven't seen no trucks blinking any different lights to thank anybody yet. And that's actually a feature in many trailers in America. You can just blink like the middle lights, something like that, or the top ones. Let's give this guy the right of way. See, he just thanked us. You're welcome, bro. Keep the good job. Keep the good work. Fuji Transportation. If I had the CB, I would say, hey, go ahead, Fuji. It's all yours. Nah, but he's going faster, so he's gonna pass the other guy too. Perhaps. Kokatsuchiyama. Wait my whole lifetime. Oh. Wow, this truck is a medium-sized truck with a body as big as a big-sized truck. You don't see that every day. It's kind of weird. It's a 2-gata on a O-gata size. It means it's a truck less than 11 tons, but the body is the same size as a 20-ton truck. But that truck is not supposed to go over 11 tons total weight. So normally they do hikoshi, moving services. Something is going on in 7 kilometers. Nanakiro. Probably could be some construction. Most likely. Yeah, there's three kinds of a driver's license for trucks. There's Chugata for up to 11 tons. That's that truck over there, but it's supposed to be a smaller body. Ogata, up to 40 tons, is the trucks that we're driving here. And you have Torera. Torera is to drive tractor trailer. Comparing to American standards class C, B, and A, this could be like class B license. A big truck without a trailer. In Japan we call it Ogata. And class A license or class 1 if it's Canada, it would be the Torera license. But in Japan you can just get the Torera license. You have to get the Ogata license first, then you get Torera. So you can just get straight A class. You gotta get B class first. I have a B class right now, which is the Ogata. A few more months, I'll go for the Torera. I'm happy with my job, so I don't really planning on driving a trailer for now in Japan, because my Japanese skills are very limited, and I need to improve my language first to change jobs like that. Because my company doesn't carry trailers, so it's only Ogata and 4-ton trucks. Yeah, if they have trailers probably, but they don't, so. And the money is almost the same anyway. These Ogata trucks, they're similar to straight jobs. They're not bad. Kind of fun to drive. Not so much stress as a trailer. Especially in Japan, because especially the parking areas. If you're driving a Torera trailer in Japan, when you park the trailer in a parking area, you have to take two spots, because the places are made for Ogata. So it's not really convenient. There's the potential to make more money, but for now I'm pretty happy with my first job driving a big truck in Japan. Nice company, nice people, little stress, fair hours, fair money. You know, trucking business is not an easy business. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you get very unlucky. Sometimes you work a lot, make little money. Sometimes you work little, you make good money. Sometimes you work a lot and people just rob you. Didn't happen to me, but I know it happens to many people. It's not an easy business. It's something that I always tell you people, if you want to join this kind of business, first you gotta really like to drive, you know. Have to be some kind of passion. If you hate driving, never be a trucker. But if you enjoy driving, you know, you're gonna have a lot of fun. Time passes very fast. It can be boring, but if you know how to, you know, if you know like to behave by yourself and make yourself happy, it can be a lot of satisfaction too. I always enjoy my jobs. Driving jobs for me are always been the best for a long time for me. Yeah, that 7-kilometer sign, it means the line is closed over there. So chances are it's going to slow down a little. Just pay close attention to these trucks, see what's going to happen here. Yeah, see the signs. Very soon one line is going to be closed. It's slowing down speed. People just keep going 80, they don't care. You're supposed to go 50, 60, but you don't see anybody going slower though. In this kind of situation, if you see anybody with the hazard lights on, you should turn yours on too and slow down as much as you can, because it means the traffic is backed up all stop at very slow. In this case, there's nobody blinking lights, so people just going a little slower. And the construction is inside the tunnel, as you can see from here. I think this is Suzuka tunnel, most likely. Or not. Yeah, Suzuka tunnel. It's 4,010 meters, the longest tunnel on this trip. 4 kilometers. That's about the length of the Central Park. 60 blocks long, 4 kilometers. Little more than 2.5 miles. It's a big tunnel. The shoulders are bigger than the highway if you look at. They could easily make another line, 2 lines on this tunnel, and still have a little shoulder. This is like ready for the future, probably, for the expansion. And a few more moments, we're going to reach Mie. Mie-ken, it's another prefecture, and it's the place, the prefecture we're actually heading to. On our right side is gonna be written on the wall, really big, Mie, both in kanji and romanji. Regular Roman letters, as English, and also in Japanese letters, kanji, Chinese letters. We're slowing down a little, we don't see any construction, just see the line closed so far. The sign means keep a right. Here, Mie Shiga, Mie desu, Mie desu. This is Mie. At the end of the tunnel is gonna be another sign saying the same thing. Mie Prefecture. That's a long tunnel. If you live in New Jersey, this tunnel is as long as the Pulaski Skyway. Same length, 4 kilometers, 2.5 miles. Also the same length, similar length to the Hollow and Lincoln tunnels. Mie Prefecture, Kameyama City. Kameyama desu. Oh yeah, this area they actually building another highway or continuation for this highway or something. There's some new bridges around here. Can't see much tonight, but you can see on the left side here some construction going on. They've been doing this for a while. Shift it down. Good thing traffic is going slow, but it's going around 70 kilometers a mile per hour, which is not bad. 45 miles. I've been in Japan for years, and since I passed here the first time, 4 years ago almost, they were on this construction here. Not the same one they're doing here, but oh, they're fixing over there something. But I mean, this bridge is in the middle here, now you can see a little. Alright, construction is gone. Get this show on the road. So the last 4 years I passed here, they still working on this area, making these bridges, really big bridges. You can see from here, but on the extreme right, this area is probably at least 200 feet tall, high. These bridges we're crossing here, probably over 200 feet, 60, 70 meters, maybe even more. Really tall area, really in the middle of the mountains. Like the tunnel comes in the top of the mountain or something. Okay, there's another, that bridge over there. Oh, it's almost done. Nice. And this is Asakayama Tunnel. There's 1,480 meters. Just a little shy of a mile. A mile is 1,690 meters. Yeah. I really wish I could put my music on these videos, but if I do that, YouTube is gonna block me. So most of the time I listen to some Metallica or AC/DC. I just love classics, either classic music or classic rock. As long as it's a classic, it's for me. Classic rock from 70s and 80s, 60s, to even some 90s, of course. It's pretty sad how people are losing their creativity about music and movies lately, you know. They're not making as many good movies and so much good music like 20, 30 years ago. As you can see, you know, so many old music, so much better than the new ones. And that goes for the movies too. You know, movies are good, but on the 80s and 90s, the movies were so much better. Not the technology, not the computer graphics, but the story and things like that, I think. Of course, there's some very good movies nowadays, but not as many as used to be. I think they're losing a little creativity over it. I'm feeling a little pressure on my ears because of the mountain. It's pretty normal. Another kilometer. The highway is gonna, so let's just go here. There's a junction here for. Now we're going about to join my least favorite highway. Not the whole highway, only for a part of it. It's not so good. It's called Higashi Meihan Kosokodoro. Meihan is the highway that connects Osaka to Nagoya. That's why it's Meihan. If you see the plate there, a sign there, it has a kanji from Nagoya and a kanji from Osaka. Higashi because it's east or west. I'm not sure now, I have to double check on that. But I'm not mistaken, Higashi is east. I'll put a note later on the description of this video for you guys. But it's either east or west, so east or west Meihan. Either ones. So for now it'll be okay, but there's a part there then I really don't like it. It's for about 12 kilometers, maybe 8 miles, 7 miles. Yeah, about 8. They turned 2 lines into 3 lines with no shoulder. It's really narrow. Really narrow. I never seen a highway narrow like this one. Not here. A little more ahead. I'll show you guys. I tell you guys when we start getting to the area. So, because this area has a very high traffic. Most probably is one of the busiest highways in Japan. Because this is one of the ways to get to Nagoya. It passes through Yokkaichi and goes to Nagoya. Yokkaichi. We are in Suzuka now. Suzuka City is very famous for the F1 races. They have this tracks here, the track. So this part is still not that narrow, but a little ahead is so freaking narrow. I call it the Higashi freaking Mayhem, because it's so freakish narrow. Not yet, a little more. Now it's gonna become 2 lines, which is okay for a while. And then these 2 lines become 3 lines. It's a little nightmare. I really don't enjoy it, especially if it's night and raining and it's heavy traffic. Like, it's so narrow, the trucks basically it's the length of the truck. It's as wide as a truck. So now it's 2 lanes, so here's okay, like a regular. So a little ahead is gonna be the 3 nightmare lines. Like if 3 trucks passing at the same time, most likely people are gonna hit their mirrors because it's so narrow. So freaking narrow. Not yet, a little more. So far so good, so far is okay. And it's gonna be like that for probably 8 miles. All the way to Yokkaichi. After Yokkaichi, when it gets to Isewangan, it's okay, it becomes 2 lines again and gets the same way as here right now. This is Suzuka exit. Wow, it's very windy. Very, very windy. Yeah, yesterday on this highway, on this area that I'm saying is very narrow, there was a bad, actually in the morning I think, there was a bad accident. This truck hit like 6 or 7 vehicles and caught fire. And the problem, because it has no shoulder, sometimes this place, when there's an accident, they close everything, shut down the highway for hours, and you just get stuck on it. So far never happened to me, but I know some friends who got stuck here from 4 or 5 hours sometimes when there's a bad accident and they just can't go through because there's no shoulder, nothing to do, you know. And it's narrow. This part they still have a shoulder, but on the freaking area over there, it's so bad. I really hope one day they fix this, they make this a little wider somehow, because no. Yeah, as you can see, there's 3 lines. So over there it's 3 lines, but the same length. They just made the lines a little narrow, and it's basically the same thing here. What is ahead over there? See, you can see the truck. There's maybe 2 feet between the truck and the lines, so it's pretty okay. It's like regular wide, but when it becomes narrow, my God. The first time I passed this highway, I was driving a car. It was so weird. Like, see what? I got a little, not scary, but it's, it's weird. Here it starts. Now it becomes 3 lines. Look at the truck ahead of us. It doesn't have 2 feet anymore. It's basically maybe not even. See, the guy has to go over the line to pass the other truck. Because if he goes exactly in the middle, you can hit the mirrors, you see? You can see by the truck in the middle line. It's a little wider than the truck, so basically if there's 3 trucks next to each other, somebody's gonna hit somebody, you know? That's not nice. This is Higashi freaking Mayhem, everybody. And it's gonna be here for maybe 12 kilometers. This narrow road. And this is one of the challenges of driving in Japan. Of course, so far, this is the only narrow highway I've seen it. Narrow like this. Normally the highways have a regular length. And this, because it's high traffic, there's like tracks, like holes on the highway. And the truck moves a little sideways. It's weird and kind of scary. Just let me pass this guy here like that and just go back to the middle again. And this guy is going to pass me, so thank you for letting me do that. Very nice of you, bro. People know this thing is narrow, so Higashi freaking Mayhem. That's not my favorite, that's all. That's for sure. And I have to pass here probably 3 or 4 times every week. Going north, like I'm going north right now. Not much, sometimes only. But going south, I have to do it. The other side is the same shit. Very similar. Very, very similar. It's very, very narrow. You see, even the car is not even. This is a very small car, and the road is not that long. But you can see by the truck over there is almost this exact width as the truck, so not nice at all. So you're passing somebody, you gotta invade the line, you know, you gotta cross the line. If you don't cross the line a little, chances are you can hit the mirrors, and I don't want to do that. You know, I don't need that headache. Better keep safe than sorry. Always safe than sorry, everybody. That's a motorcycle. That's something you don't see as often in the winter time. For him, it's very wide. Yeah, now there's a truck trying to pass me here on the side, but it's a Chogata though. No, it's Algata. Let him fucking go. Yeah, man. Look, oh, it's a trailer. What the fuck? Sorry, I don't mean to curse. I just got kind of scared because normally trailers don't pass me like that. Normally they just keep on the right side, on the left side. This whole line, you know. Yeah, I'm not scared of anything. I'm just saying, like, it's a little odd. It's the first time somebody passed me on this part here with a trailer like that. Normally they just keep on their left. Because we're driving the left, so if you're driving slower, you keep on the left line. It's the opposite. Right line is for passing. Just go, bro. It's all yours. Be careful not to hit anybody. See, people get a little weird because it's so. Look at that. Look at the truck. If you look at the line, you can see it. So freaking narrow. Unbelievable. Of course, I know it's night, but you know, you can still see it. See it very well, so you can have a good idea. Yeah, as long as you drive a car here, you won't have any problems. Only if you're driving trailers and Ogata trucks, not even a problem. You know, just have to be very careful, and for a few, probably 12 kilometers, you know, it's a little stressful to drive in this part of the highway. After exit 32, Yokkaichi, exit 30, I think. We're very close now. Almost finishing our trip for tonight. It's gonna be, we are already in Yokkaichi. This is Yokkaichi, Yokkaichi this. So you're taking Yokkaichi Higashi. That's where the next exit. And takes us straight to the place where I'm going to do my delivery tonight. And I'll be done for tonight. See, here it gets wider. Now you can see the difference. There's a little shoulder. It's a little wider. Yeah, it's gone. It's done. The worst is already done. Over. But from that part over there, oh my god. First time you do that, it's so scary, you know. Like if you don't have a lot of experience, it's not easy. And now it's nighttime, so the traffic is not bad. Like, but if it's daytime, it's so many vehicles. It's not really enjoyable driving in this condition here. But everywhere else in Japan so far, of course, big trucks can go on most of the highway on the streets. You cannot use Google Maps in Japan for driving trucks. Only if you use the highways. If you go in the city, you cannot use it. You gotta know the area in the region, because Google Maps always gonna take you somewhere at a low bridge or narrow road that your truck can go through. So I don't advise anybody driving a truck in Japan. Big truck, if it's a small truck, 4 tons, it's okay. But if you're driving anything bigger, avoid using Google Maps. Or if you use Google Maps, study your route. Like open the map, look at the streets, make sure you know where you're going, you know. Don't go blindly like you're driving a car following it. You know, because if you're driving a car and you follow Google Maps, it's okay. It's gonna take you some crazy places, but you can always go around it and you survive, you know. But with a truck like this, 20 ton, almost 4 meters tall, 13 feet tall, forget it. Most likely you're gonna get in an accident or get stuck under a bridge, or you're stuck in a street you can go out. It's not pretty, you know. Japan is a challenge to drive big vehicles. It's not simple like in America or other countries, you know. That's why when you get a license here, I got lucky because I knew people, but if you don't know anybody, until you get your first job, it's kind of hard. Because people know it. So many bad things can happen, you know. I'm not saying it's not about accidents like stupidity, but the roads are different, you know. The roads are different, narrow, especially in the cities. Even some highways, as you just seen back there, the highway can be very narrow too. So only here so far. I'm not sure about other places because I haven't been. I only been for some places so far, you know. My experience in Japan is kind of limited. Maybe not even half of Japan so far. But I seen so far so good, you know. The only place I didn't like was that one. That's Yokkaichi Higashi, next exit. Start slowing down a little. Also, if you have to drive in a narrow area, you know, any vehicle, it doesn't matter how big it is or small. If you're not sure, slow down, go slow. As long as you're slow, you can always maneuver and go around things, you know. Never try to rush. If there's any possibility, any chances of hitting anything, get into trouble, take your time, you know. Take your time and you avoid a lot of headaches. That's how I do. When I have to go in a narrow place, in Japan very often I have to go to very narrow roads. narrow places sometimes and get loads and things like that. Just take your time, go slow. And this is Yokkaichi Higashi. And we just drove over a little over 100 kilometers, and we're going to pay not so much, about $50. Not so much today. About $50 for 100 kilometers or so. Once again, thank you very much for you guys to watching. Thanks for keeping me company this very nice night. And if you have some chance, please subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Have any comments? Drop me a line over there. You guys know I'm very busy, but if I have some chance, I'll try to answer your calls and have any suggestions for videos about driving videos, information you guys want to know about driving Japan. Whatever can be helpful, I'll try. And very soon I'm making more videos, And please check out my other videos. If you like Japanese culture, I have over 1,000 videos in my channel. Not all are mine, but many of them are very nice and interesting documentaries. Most of them are in English with subtitles if you turn on the subtitles. So, thanks again for watching, and see you guys next time. Peace.